you can already see here that it has a entirely new intro screen here with new art and everything. They're very proud of this image. They were bragging about it on the Discord, and I think it is super cool. I'm gonna go and post the links to the stream real quick and just make the announcements like that. And in the Goblin Studio, do they have like a links? No, community. I should have checked this before I started the stream, obviously. General. I don't know if I'm allowed to like go and post links to streams on the Legend of Keepers Discord. Community boost. Yeah, alright. Oh no, I can't post in this channel. Give me a sec here. Listen to the awesome music. Streaming some Legend of Keepers. Don't know where else to post this. It's my face. Boom. Alright, let's do this. Is everything set up? Yes. Boom. In we go. So, I don't know. Modding. We check modding real quick. Loading workshop. I also don't know which master to play. I think featured. Oh, subscribe. Okay. So I think we never finished the run with the Monster Master. I forgot what his name is. The Centaur guy. Popular here. Oh. There was a contest just recently with mods and stuff. I'm assuming that they've made this work, so I'm gonna add a few monster heroes as well. Oh, very cool. I'm making all kinds of noises. Sorry, guys. The werewolf I really liked. Let's add in that one. A dragon sounds cool. Sure. Then let's not add too many crazy units here. You can scroll through the list just to see what's available. The behemoth. Oh, these are. I think the dragon here. I noticed that, and the Cerberus here, I suppose, as well, are from Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is really cool that they've like imported those monsters into this game. And there are heroes indeed. Interesting. So let me subscribe to at least one hero here. Siegfried. Popular. These are popular heroes, yeah. Okay. There's not that many here. Let's just go with that one. Then featured. We already did have one. Alright, leave. Anything new in here? In settings? New. Alright. Zoom play. So we are gonna of course load my ongoing playthrough here. Let's see, the engineer will be released during early access. We are already in early access, and it'll be released during early access, so that makes sense. Does this mean that I've maxed the level up?
It's a passion.
Oh, we got the biography now. Ooh. His first name is Morg. Biography: 58 years old. He's a species centaur. Morg's main quality is his philanthropy, closely followed by his avid desire to devour human flesh and his strength unmatched among mortals. Originated from the tundra of Sorrow Shroud, he likes to keep heroes alive as long as possible, and even the most creative monster alive couldn't imagine the horrors he inflicts on them in his torture chamber. Able to mix psychology and whiplashes in a very subtle way, Morg is the paragon of happy management for the joy of the grumpiest employees. Amazing. Amazing. Alright, talents and game mode. We will be playing on hard with modding enabled. Oh, there's a Twitch. What is this? Twitch button. Support votes enabled. Oh, dungeon votes enabled. Viewers names for monsters. Viewers names for monsters. Oh, really? Oh, timer. Twitch delay. Channel name. So I suppose I need the specific. Like my channel name is Kitchen _ so let's try that out. I don't know what this is gonna do to us. Maybe you guys can like vote on stuff. I don't know, this is the first time I've heard of this Twitch integration kind of thing, and I've always been eager to try it out. This is a Twitch delay and vote timer. No idea what that means. Alright. So right now I'm streaming to both YouTube and Twitch, of course, as usual. So if you're watching on YouTube, you won't be able to vote, I think. So if you want to be part of the voting thing, you gotta go and check out the Twitch channel. And
let's get to work.
Then I clicked continue instead of going through his talents. But I suppose I already set up my talents in the best way I think I can. Here, yeah, this is the build that I made for the playthrough that we were playing, where I tried to make a morale build. But morale has been changed. There's been a lot of changes for the patch. Let me pull up the patch notes real quick and we can go over them. Just really like swiftly. Goblin things, Goblin news. Keepers, boom. The main thing is that morale system has been completely reworked. And artifact system has been reworked. That one I don't know what it's going to look like, but the morale one is explained here. So I'm just going to read this one out real quick. Morale is now including 3 thresholds at 75, 50, and 25%, preventing heroes from getting their morale above a threshold once you drop them below it. So that's pretty cool. You can. They can't just morale heal up above that threshold. In addition, heroes are now taking 50% more damage when their morale is under 50%. So we had some monsters that were able to do that kind of thing before. Now it's basically a mechanic, and that's the main thing. So, but that's a big deal. Like that makes morale damage so much stronger. And they write about how they've rebalanced their game with this in mind, adding 3 new artifacts and doing the artifact system, but not really going into detail with how that works. We'll see it in play. Oh, they do have an image here, but I'm sure we will see it in play. And elemental monsters have been made completely immune to their specific elementals. So like fire elementals are immune to fire, and ice elementals are immune to ice, and so on and so forth, which is really good. They get 100%, so of course they can have their resistances lowered and then not be completely immune anymore, but they will be basically immune. Alright. So let's have a look at our starting monsters. The first dungeon we will usually always win, or the first attack, but we should still try to set up a good room. So we want to make, here we already have like a bleed combo, which is great, and I probably will want to have that in room number 2. Let me pull everything out. That's the easiest way I like to do it. So this guy does bleeding in room number 2. Bleeding. I love the vampire. Yeah. Francisco, welcome to the stream. Do you know what's new? Oh, did you just join us? Because I just went over all the new changes, but I can summarize quickly. The main thing is the morale system, and I'll read this one tagline here, which is the most important one, which says, morale system improved. Morale now includes 3 thresholds at 75, 50, and 25%. Preventing heroes from getting their morale above a threshold once it's reached, which means that if you drop a hero below 75% morale, then they cannot go above 75% morale again during that same dungeon. Big difference here, because the problem we had before was that it was really easy for enemies to heal morale, and morale was the toughest one to deal to them, like morale damage. And so the balance there was really hard to strike, where you basically needed to really pour on the morale damage in order to do anything with morale. Now you can do trigger morale a little bit better. And then a very, very important thing then, in addition, Heroes are now taking 50% more damage when their morale is under 50%. Big deal. So now, even if you don't make people run away with morale damage, you can still, if you just give them halfway, you then do 50% more damage with all kinds of other damage. Right? And it's not that your monsters deal more damage, it's specifically that they take more damage when they are under 50 morale, so that will apply to traps and spells and monsters and everything. So morale system completely reworked, and they write about how they are supposed to rebalance it. Someone in the Legend of Keeper community Discord pinged me and told me that the channel that I was supposed to post in, and that's the one I tried to post in before, and I'm not allowed to post in that one, so whatever. I'll deal with that later. So we're making a bleed room here. These are all the monsters that we have that do bleeding. Good. Then in the front room, I like putting big beefy dudes in here. And then none of these, like we have ice, we can put more ice, I suppose. And then we have, we should also think about like morale, and this is a morale monster. So we can go for the morale combo, morale, and this is technically like the Boarman can work with the morale combo because it's an action denial monster, which works out the same way. So right now we only have 2 monsters in here, but then again, just like the Boarman, the Skeleton Dog can help with morale because it gives enraged. So we don't specifically need the skeleton anywhere. I'll put it in the second room. And then Archer up front. This should be good enough. I don't think you can lose the first week anyway. I've never lost the first week, so it should be fine. But it's all, of course, like there's always the butterfly effect. If we do really well here, we can maybe do more stuff later. And if we, what's this? What is this? Something this is on your screen too, yes? Okay, haste 3, speed increased by 40%. Where's this coming from? Oh, you guys can vote on this, I think. Like, speed increased by 40%, and then either for the heroes or for the monsters. How you vote on it, I don't know. I'm gonna try to vote just to see how this works. This is cool. So what if you just write like 1? If anyone knows how this works, please tell me, because I'm dying to know. Oh yeah, it worked! So now I voted for the heroes to get extra speed. Alright. That's fun. I like that. Nice. Well, and bad for this particular run. Okay. Cool. And I can vote too, by the way. So, This is just speed, which is not a big deal, but there might be other things later where we could seriously swing the game in one favor or another. So, yeah. Anyway. Novice, Monk. I haven't played since the last YouTube series where the game crashed, and so I put it on the shelf, and sort of now that the update is out, I'm gonna try to get back in, but we'll go slow here. And if anyone has any questions about Legend of Keepers, do let me know, because I'll try my best to explain, but I have done it in the YouTube video, so I'm gonna assume that most people know what's going on here. The Novice does ice damage to the front. We have ice resistance, then we have nature damage to the front, and ice damage everywhere. You have negative nature resistance. So do you. So do you. Okay. So we can't find anyone who has good resistances against everything. And I still think that the higher ice resistance at the front for the novice here makes more sense, and it also comes with less nature weakness. Then Boreman, and then we should also like he moves penalties. You do this one heals. We could go for the morale thing. This is ice to the back, which is bad, or ice everywhere. Oh, but that's weak. Oh no. And this is ice. Oh no. Armor damage to the front is good though. So if I want to go for morale, it's morale here. Morale, and then stun. I think the morale is better. Oh, someone voted! Amazing! Oh, I can see. What Galeri, welcome to the stream. You voted for the monsters to get more speed. Perfect. I don't know what happens if it's equal either. Alright. This is cool. I wish more games had that kind of thing, where you can interact with the audience directly. That makes streaming more fun. Nice. Okay, let me switch these around. Again, I'm not super worried about the first dungeon here, but I should still try to min-max it a bit. If we can avoid the monsters being knocked out, we will be able to send them on like missions and stuff in the coming weeks, and that may snowball into better situations for us. So anyway, I think we're going for morale. Sure. Let's try it. Then that would be the rallying horn. They have ice resistance, and you have ice resistance. Oh, and you do area morale. So maybe we... How much more morale do I get out of the skeleton dog? It says enraged 2 for the other two guys. So they each do 20% more morale damage. That means 20% of 15 is not that much. 10% of 15 is 1.5, so it's twice that, that's 3 more. Yeah, no, it would be better to introduce another morale damaging monster for sure. So like this. Ice resistance, and ice weakness, but it's only going to be hit by the backliner, and he does come in with 60 HP, so he should survive a little. You apply poison to the monster with the highest life at the start of each fight, which is also fine. You have nature resistance. Good. I forgot about the nature resistance at the front. Can I go back here, please? Yeah. Because my poor boar man here is gonna die right quick. Like, he won't get a turn. Right? He won't get a turn. 50% more on the nature. First of all, he's going to be hit by the skill here. So that's 20 damage on the next turn, which is also modified by resistance. So that's 30 and then 75. That alone will kill him. He's also going to be hit by the novice. So then, I think, because at that point we might as well run the Yeti, since it just tanks a little more before it dies. Yeah. Okay. Confirm. Confirm. Same situation here, but he has good nature resistance, so this is fine. And then moving on, good. The trap here will then both be the bone catapult, and then we are gonna assume that I punch through their morale. I think I will.
Go get some.
We are about to find out. So it's all about the morale. Area morale, 15 for everyone. Oh, they have little increments on the morale bar. Very cool. I don't know how this is going to affect the game. Hopefully make it better. Oh, this is not for everyone. either 30 to the front or 15 times. No, it's 15, 10, and then 5. That's 30 to the back. 30 or 30. But you can stack more demoralized on, and then it becomes even better. Which we are gonna do. Yeah. Okay, so the demoralize is the better one. Okay, I like that one. So what happened with the vote? Oh, I got the speed, the haste. Okay. So I guess it's like a percentage. It might be a dice roll between the 2 percentage thing, or it might be that because it was even, it just gave it to either side. Now that this makes me want to always play Legends of Keepers on stream instead of on recording. Yeah, so now we've stacked on more demoralized. He might just remove it, but we are gonna have to burn through his skill anyway, so that's fine. He didn't do it. Good. And then she healed someone. Okay. So we're through that. Oh, and we can see here that they've reached the different thresholds. Very cool. So we do intimidation here, of course. Yeah, 40 morale for everyone, and they get terrified. Morale taken from attacks and traps increased by 50%. Look at that. Ah, and so they get a little broken heart here. Damage taken increased by 50% when they go below. Yeah, just nice to see it all play out here. Okay, and so now we're of course doing way more damage. So it might be, in some cases, it's worth, like in the first room, to go for like more morale focused attacks and try, depending on the heroes also, it definitely makes the game way deeper, because there's like there's some overlapping stuff here that we could do. We'll make them all run away in the second room. If morale is 50%, does morale damage and normal damage increase, or only morale damage? Morale is 50%, does morale damage and normal damage increase, or only? It's only normal damage. It's not morale damage. So when you go below 50%, you take more physical damage, not morale damage. The morale damage, I don't think, is affected by it at all. Oh, we get 2 good choices here. The Satyr is such a cool combo unit that is really hard to use, but is really, really strong when it works. And he's also a morale creature. Then the Succubus is one of my favorite damage creatures. But it's only good if the 2 first enemies, or at least the first enemy, has negative armor. Attacks ricochets with the hero position behind the target if the target's armor is positive. Oh yeah, that's right. There's another thing that couples with the negative. This one is with if the armor is positive, then it bounces. I see. Oh, and it's changing the monster names. Good catch, Rodolfo. That's amazing. It's Keechin. Well, now I was gonna take the Satyr. I know it's not because it's named Keechin. I kind of want to take this one over here because it's named after you, Rodolfo. But no, it's okay. It's 2 different people we have here. But Kileri and Rodolfo. So welcome to the stream, Rodolfo, as well. All right, I'm gonna get the Satyr, not because it's named after me, just because I need the Satyr. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so the other monsters are just named random stuff. Yeah, okay. Victor the vampire. Not a vampire. Okay. That went relatively well, I'd say. Then we don't have enough money to go trainer or engineer yet. Doesn't make sense. And since we can go an event and then to do a trainer anyway, That's the better way. So go for event. Work accident. Oops. No, this is good. A trainee has spilled a burning hot drink on you in front of the Blood Spice latte machine. Puck my life. I take 60 damage, but then we can punch him or insult him to get something back. And that's new. I think it used to be just a purely bad thing, then you took some damage. This is a good trade. I'll take this. And it's good to get spread out, like try to equalize between the tears and the blood, so I'll take the blood here. Then I still don't think we should do the trainer. We don't need to level our monsters yet, and we can do it in one fell swoop later. Better to save up a lot of money and then dump it all at once. Stock take. It is high time to go through the stock room. During the cleaning, one of your employees found this strange object. Would you like to take it, auction it, or gift it to the employee? We're back to one of those situations where I don't really know what happens if I give it to him, but at least there's now an image here, which I'm not sure what that means. What happens if I give it to him? And what is it? It's a Fury of the Deceased. Monsters gain enraged, once brought back to life. Once brought back to life. So that is entirely dependent on me being able to somehow resurrect monsters. Which means it will do nothing yet. It will do nothing. And we can have a thing for bring monsters back to life. You can sometimes reanimate monsters as a skeleton. I wonder if that's what it's referring to, because I don't know what else it would be. I don't think I like this. I was gonna get the money, but maybe we should try giving it to the Boarman just to see what that does. Like the take, now take means I get it into my artifact list. Sell means I get the money. I am guessing that it would mean that he gets like, what's it called? Morale back? It's not called morale, it's called something else. I gotta try it. Give it to him. Oh no, something happened. He's level 2 now. And he got like a border on him, and that's new, but it's probably because of the level up. Which was definitely worth it. That's worth more than 150 gold leveling the Boarman here, so that was a really good trade. I just don't know what the border means other than that. I'm wondering if that means like he's now got an item or something like that. So heroes deal more damage when morale is 50%, and also giving the relic to the monster, it levels them up. No, so let me explain the morale thing again. When they go below 50% morale, we do more physical damage to them. That's it. That's all there is to it. So when they are below 50% morale, first of all, they cannot go above because of the new threshold thing. And so then we do more physical damage to them, and they still take morale, the same amount of morale damage, and it doesn't affect how much damage that they do. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'm not explaining it well. That's fine if I'm not. I'm sorry. Alchemist, no. Event, yes. Office tour. While walking through the corridors, you notice a monster waiting for a job interview. You could hire the candidate right now without intermediaries. On the other hand, what make them... They tend to have a lot of misspellings in this little game here. It's fine. Probably it's okay. Well, on the other hand, what makes them think they can come in uninvited? We can intimidate him for 10 tiers. Huh. 125 for the skeleton. Oh, we can't see his stats here. Oh, this is Rod Galleri again. Huh. Okay. 125 is pretty cheap. I don't know. Intimidate. Does that mean that I just get 10 tiers and then we don't get the unit? So it's either get the unit for a reduced price or get 10 tiers. And the unit is good. Like, this is one of my favorite skeletons. Alright, that's good, Francisco. Don't worry about it. I will hire it. Yeah. We need as many monsters as we can get early on so that we can send them on business trips and plundering. New dungeon coming up. So, before we do that, now we have, and the good thing about having extra monsters is that we can probably afford to have a few sitting it out. So we want to make sure we have a morale combo in the second room, of course. We got another bleeding unit here. So morale, bleed, 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 bleed everywhere, bleed, and so morale, and this is technically morale. And then morale, and technically morale. Technically not. I guess that's not the word I'm looking for. Then also a ghost. So we have 2 people recovering. What's it called again? Motivation. This should be enough. I love that we got the level 2 monster already. That's and the boar man is really strong, so that's just really good. I wish I could like click them here though, and like see the differences between level 1 and 2. Because I have to. It doesn't matter all that much, but I don't remember. I think he had less health before, and he had more nature weakness. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. Keep going. Adventurous. Confirm. And now there's another vote. Another haste vote. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna vote, so if you guys want to vote, you're welcome to do it, but I'm not gonna... It kind of... I mean, I feel like if I would vote, I would vote for the masters every time, and if I vote for the heroes, maybe I should just vote for the heroes every time, but I don't... I guess the right call, I think, is for me to not participate in the vote. So, I'll leave it to you guys. So we have, what do we have? We have a thug. Nature applies poison, same guy as before. Then physical damage to the back and dodges the first trap. And the same elf as before, but a little bit tougher. She's level 2 this one. Okay. So we got the ice resistance again, and she dodges the first trap, which usually then what I do is play the rallying horn to get around that. Then she doesn't take the morale damage, but we still get the other benefit of the trap, which is the enrage, which is the main part of it. And we have a vote for the masters getting a buff. Thank you. And Kitchen can play. Alright. Now, we got a good amount of blood, so it's not like that we need to kill them to balance our blood/cheers supply, so we can do whatever. And it went really well with the words. It did not go well with the words, in fact, because Kitchen is apparently lacking them, but it went really well with the morale combo last time. So I think we would do the same. Morale here, here, and here. And we have Nature Front. Nature Front. That'll be you. Parietal. And then we have physical damage back. Which is you. And then we can put you in the middle. But this guy does not do morale damage. So, like that then. This is the morale combo. And think about the satyr. Oh, I should add the satyr to the second room instead, because he is very dependent on the opponents having some debuffs or penalties applied already, and we don't have anything applying penalties to them before this room. And he's also the fastest unit I have, so he will go first and then not get the benefits. Basically, yeah. of moving. He can spread penalties around and stuff. But it's fine, I guess. Here. The cool thing about attacking morale is that there is no resistance to morale, right? And there's also no weakness, so it's not like you can focus on them having low weaknesses or something like that. But you can't resist morale. So I'm gonna go like that. There, and then bone catapult, and then this is the room where we trash them, I think. It's gonna be great. We want armor in the back. So like this, because this guy has armor, yes. And giving it raged, so that the other two can do more morale damage. Good. Yeah, we're just gonna go for straight morale, and I think we will get them in the second room, if nothing else. I don't think we get them in the first room, though. Oh, we were so lucky. I have a talent on the Master that when traps do morale damage, there's a chance that they get demoralized. And we can't rely on it, but when it happens, it's good. And then, specifically, because now this Mischief here spreads 2 stacks from all penalties to another random hero. So now we get to spread her demoralize over to the Thug. Lucky. And then we will add more demoralize onto the back line here. Boom. Okay, we're taking some damage there. He's dead. Yeah. But he got to do his thing. This is also what happened with the Terrified here. There's a chance when we do morale damage with monsters that they add the Terrified buff or debuff to the opponents. Straight morale. And we are very much dominating them. Bye bye, heroes. That's it. And we get the Werewolf, which is one of the mods. I think it's a really good unit. We've had it before. We had it in the recorded playthrough, yeah. And it does air damage, morale, and a physical damage thing up front, which can which spreads the stack of question mark. And I know for a fact that that's bleed. I don't know why it doesn't show the bleed in this one, but I hope that maybe that had been fixed, but whatever. Or we could go with the Pile of Bones, which is the best morale trap in the game. Since we already got a few monsters, what I really should get is another trap. So, as much as I want the werewolf, we are gonna get the trap. Yeah. Okay, good start, good start. So, engineer or trainer, we don't really have the money still, so let's just go for an event. While wandering around in the corridors this morning, you come face to face with a human. He seems as surprised as you are. What are you going to do? Kill him. To get more blood and tears. It's the worst thing is to get to the workout thing and then not have enough blood and tears. And you can never really have too much. You can have too much. But then you can just turn it into gold. I don't really know the ratio for turning it into gold. I actually think it's kind of a decent ratio here. Like it's the same. And so... Elbot Bin here. Hello. Hey everyone. Welcome to the stream, sir. Oh, I know I promised you Griftlands, a Griftland stream, Elbot. But they just updated Legend of Keepers. I forgot the name of the game. And so I thought we'll do that instead. I've been neglecting it a bit and I've been meaning to come back to it. So it was perfect. Kill him. Okay. Business trip and plunder. Business trip and plunder. Then I don't know. Plunder is usually a bit more risky, where business trip you get like a straight up benefit, but it will always cost you a unit for an amount of time, where plunder you can get lucky and they just come back with no problems at all. So we should go for business trip if we have enough masters, and I think we do. So I'll take the business trip. Oh, and we get the magic purse, you're kidding me. Oh, they changed this one. Gain 40 gold when a hero is defeated. Interesting. That'll be 3 per dungeon. Otherwise we die. So 120 gold per dungeon, basically. Is the might as well have called it that. But when can you ever get anything other than that, right? Yeah. When a hero is defeated. I wonder if that means when they die and not when they run away. Surely not, as defeated will be either, I think. I mean, we're getting that one, but it seems the wording is weird. If it's only when we kill them, then I'm not sure I like it. Or at least then I would need to go for that from here on out to make the most of this one. And that's not really what I want to do, but for nothing else than to test it out, I'll get it. And then I want to go to the trainer now, but we still don't have enough. Above 500. You should be above 500 before you go for the trainer. We're close. But Collectors is one of my favorite events to farm money. You basically pay with 120 of your own health to get, 200 gold? I'll take it. Then we'll do the workout. I think we have saved up enough blood, sweat and tears, and we didn't have enough. Look at that. Yeah, so we're doing these other two. We're getting more armor on the master and more life. Still good. Would have liked to get the resistances too, but clearly we didn't have enough. And then we're doing... What is this? We can vote on... Dungeons. Your turn to vote. Can I vote? Choose a task. Ah, well, okay. This was just to test it out. Please vote for number 2. That's the one I want to do. And I will vote too. Why would we do anything other than the hardest dungeon? So get the more loot. But it's cool that we can. And I might click that vote button more. I'm not sure. Like, at that point it's getting a little bit silly, but silly is good also. It's fine. But of course I want to do the hardest dungeon. Okay, anyway. Are we going like this, or should we add one of them in? I think this is a very slim room. We also don't have morale combo up here. Why are you out for 15 turns? Oh, this is the one that's into the business trip. And Aurora got knocked out, right, and had low motivation already, so that's why he's out, okay. Yeah, that's fine then. Okay, we'll do... This is morale, and then we need one more morale monster. So, also bleed. Bleed. We have 4 bleeds here, so we could switch it around a bit. So we can have a bleed combo in the front room as well. Like that. Morale... this is not a morale monster though. No. No morales at all here. Okay. You. And you. Bleed, and technically bleed, and morale, and morale. Okay, good. And morale, and technically also into that combo. And then bleed, and bleed. Okay, good. go. Traps, everything set up, yes. Good stuff. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen over here. Another vote. Armor increased, either for heroes or monsters. Alright. We've got a priestess with air damage to the front. Replaces the penalty with a bonus at the start of her turn once. I gotta read everything again and not assume that I know anything, because clearly a lot of things have changed and it would be silly to miss a little detail somewhere and then be surprised and die. So, nature damage to everyone here. The ninja is getting stronger and also takes less damage from traps and only from traps, right? Yeah, morale and damage. And then we have the apprentice, fire damage to the front, but ricochets if the enemy is killed. Deals ice damage to the monster with the lowest ice resistance at the start of each fight. Yeah, that's nothing new. Okay. So, you have relatively low morale comparatively, and then this one has more morale than health. Low armor, and medium armor. So I'm thinking that we could go for a bleed build here, all the way through. Bleed. Then we cannot do bleed here, but then we could do rallying horn, or we could rallying horn in the first one, and then go for bleed. Stack more bleed on here. There's no bleed. We don't have the bleed room yet. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that more. Going for this one first. Go away. Okay. So, we're doing bleed build. Air to the front and fire to the front. You have fire and air weakness, okay. Air strength. The skeleton is a frontliner. This one's still the same. Monsters behind the skeleton soldier take less damage, yes. Oh, but the boarman is even better for tanking that. This is all the big burly dudes here. But this is a bleed monster, so that would be instead of the boarman. Is that what we want? Nature damage to everyone. Everyone has fire weakness, yeah. Okay, whatever. What was the thing that I was thinking? Everyone takes nature damage, so then the boarman again is not that interesting. But he's my level 2 guy, so I should use him. But bleed, and bleed. All of them to the front. Yeah, so the frontliner will be torn down by bleeds rather quickly, which means the air resistance doesn't matter all that much. I mean, it's so rare that you can beat them in the first room. I doubt that we could. Oh, and she replaces a penalty with a bonus at the start of one of her turns once. So I go before her with these two, and they will apply bleed to her both, and then she is 100% gonna proc that penalty removal thing, and then it'll be the orc to then apply bleed to her again. Does he survive around here? Let me check. We could also do it like this, because he tanks a little bit better, both fire and air. I don't know. I think this is slightly better, but then he doesn't do the bleed, but we can try to stun, Or we could do the physical damage that breaks armor. Also a decent one. It also works with the circular saw coming up. All of this is... Okay, so someone voted for the monsters. Thank you, Vodkaleri. Yeah, that's... actually, we don't get anything out of the armor in this case. But they would... If I go for an armor build, then of course... voting for them getting armor would be interesting. Alright. I think this is the way we're doing it. Circular saw. And then bleed build again. And now we are hoping that she comes in with an amount of bleed. And then the satyr can spread stacks for all the penalties applied to the target to the heroes positioned behind the target. To the heroes, plural. Position behind the target, so he would be able to spread the bleed from all the bleed to both of the other heroes if everything works out as I'm hoping it will. So the satyr will be real good. The skeleton dog comes with lowered air resistance. Oh, I misremembered that. Oh, we don't have good resistances against this. But of course the skeleton does. Do you have fire resistance? Yes, so that doesn't make sense either. Dang it. Okay. We'll do the skeleton up front, skeleton dog, and then like that. The dog won't last long, but the other two are way more important for the build. Ha. That's such a strange mechanic. You think so? I mean, I've heard about this Twitch integration thing. A lot of games talk about it in some form or a lot of games. Some games I've noticed it, and I've never really understood how it works. I think it's to create interactions with the streamer, and I think it's cool. And I mean, it makes for more unique experiences. It makes you guys feel like you have a agency in the game to an extent. And I don't know. I can turn it off if we don't want it. So I don't know if I could turn it off mid-game. No, I can. So if we don't like it, I like it. We're trying it out. I have a bad feeling about this one. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. I'm sure we will beat them, but we might lose in both rooms. Or I might win in the first one. I'm not sure. See, this does a lot of damage. I had that feeling. Okay, we are definitely doing the bleed up front. He survives that. That's good. And she already used her ability to get rid of the bleed. The first bleed. Perfect. Then we just stack it on. From here on out. And can we stun her? Yes, we can. No, we couldn't. Dang it. That would have been good. Oh. Did we get a turn? No. Okay. She's up to 6 bleed, which is nice, but it's not really enough. Now we don't want to kill her right away. We want to have the satyr have a turn. Because then he's gonna spread all of her debuffs to other monsters. So that's the reason why I'm not doing the Burning Whip. She's at 117 minus 25 life, but she's not gonna take that damage. So, but then the skeleton dog will attack her, dealing 30 damage. After, I think she will survive the dog's attack, and then it will be good. If she dies from the dog attack, it's bad. So let's see how it goes. Oh, perfect. And then we spread all the damage or the stacks of penalties to the other heroes. Oh, but not the full stacks. Okay, only 2 per. No, wait, what? Not sure I understood that mechanic. Okay, I thought I had it under control. Apparently not. Okay, and then this one. Spirits lead to the back line as well. Okay, and we did lose in this room. Yikes.
Welcome to my torture room. No.
Uncomfortable slightly because you never experienced it before and trying to understand what impact it would. It could have a big impact. So if you don't like the streamer, you just go vote for the NPCs. I mean, if someone doesn't like my streams, why would they be here? I'm assuming that you guys who are here enjoy the content that I'm making for you, and so you are absolutely allowed to vote for the monsters. I like a challenge, so I'll just take it as such. Don't worry about it. Murder the frontliner there, and then the next guy will die the next turn, because he's got lowered armor already. Smack. And we heal 78 off of that. But they made it to the master, which is bad. I think with morale we could have done better. So that was an interesting turnout. Oh. I don't think we're doing nature combo. Fire combo is always strong, so they haven't changed this part yet. Right now, I would really like to see all my monsters. I don't think we have any monsters right now that combo with fire damage. We have the Satyr can spread burn around, but he can do that with anything, so that doesn't matter. Then that's it. We didn't get the succubus. Yeah. So the furnace, I'm not getting the furnace, we're getting the gold. And now we have more than 1,000 gold. I think that's not the first time I'm above 1,000 gold, but it's very rare. So that's cool. Now we want to go to a trainer. When you go to the trainer, always remember to put your monsters in rooms. Well, that might have changed, but it used to be at least that only monsters in rooms are able to use the trainer when you click the button. And it's too late to move them over once you've clicked the button here. The same with the engineer. If they're in the stock, I don't think you get to upgrade them. The traps, I mean. Training monsters is the first priority you should have. So let's go for this and see what we can do. Now, the skeleton dog, always a good idea to upgrade this one, because then it becomes a morale monster. So that's very tempting. We can probably upgrade almost everything here, and we should think about doing it, if nothing else. Damage dealt is increased by 100% if the target's armor is negative. Oh, that's new, I think. And that's pretty cool, because he can set that up himself with the armor reduction here. I see. Anything else? The vampire is super important to upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Especially because when we go for damage and not morale, I want to do bleed combo all the way. And the vampire is the best. Makes sense. He likes blood, right? So, and then the skeleton dog is both bleeding, but can now also become a morale monster. So hell yes. Then 730 is still a lot. Then I think physical damage. Damage does increase by 50% if the target is affected by bleeding. And it makes his morale attack stronger. Take that. Now we are running out of obvious choices. The skeleton, I've never liked his third ability here, but I like using him, and when he levels up here he gets more health and more armor, which is what you use him for. So it makes him better at the job that he already has. The gargoyle, when upgraded, gets a passive that just applies demoralized to units all the time, no matter what he's doing. Get that. Now we're getting to a shaky point. I'm not sure I should go down to below 200 gold, and 300 gold are thresholds where when we get events, sometimes we need that amount of gold to do something cool. And in fact, you can get events where you need 500 gold to get like a free, not a free, but a chance at a boss, an elite monster. So I kind of don't want to spend more right now unless there's something cheap. Like this one's pretty cheap. 100 gold. I'll take this for 100 gold. Skeleton. And we've also upgraded all skeletons. We have not. Didn't upgrade these two up. We have a lot of skeletons, so we could have gone for that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of a monster type is pretty good, so. We cannot go for workout. We do not have enough blood and tears. And merchant, we just spent all our gold, so it's an event. Potion of Evolution. Oh, let me... Yeah. Potion of Evolution. An employee found a strange, unlabeled flask while cleaning and is about to drink it without even checking if it's poisonous. Of course. You recognize it as an evolution elixir, +1 level. Will you let them drink it, or will you take it for yourself? +10 to master's power. Can I... Is this... This works now. We can check our stats. This is a big improvement. Being able to see my stats whenever I want. So, yes. I mean, it's really a no-brainer. You always want the master to just be stronger, stronger, stronger. Getting a level on this guy is good, but he won't always be around. Sometimes he won't be the best choice. You will always have the master, and if it comes down to the fight with the master, you want him to be as strong as possible. Also more power combos with him being able to lifesteal a percentage of the health that damage that he's doing is just a no-brainer. So, interesting. Did he level up? No. Did I get my power? No. So that was an event that has used to be around, and they've changed it, and it seems to be not working. Oh well. Dang it. Or maybe it hasn't updated yet, but at least my power didn't change. Damn. Well, Collectors is the best money event. I lose some life and gain 200 gold. Yes, please. Merchant, we don't want to spend money right now. This is new. The 9th door. Golthor is asking for blood. Quench his thirst, and he will send one of his most dreadful avatars into the mortal world. Summons a random monster of demon type. Minus 126 life by choosing the ritual. Oh, okay. Good. They're telling me what the buttons do. That's nice. I mean, I'll take it. Sure. So, what did we get? Another gargoyle. Okay. That's good. The satyr was a demon too. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're not really... We have 4 demons, 4 skeletons, and 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. So 4, 4, and 4. And that's kind of not really working out. Okay, so we see now that the level up units all have the same border. So that's what happened to the boar man before. It's not like specific to the item that I gave him or anything. I like that they get the little border. It makes it easier to see which ones are leveled. That's nice. Let's go for the next dungeon. These are low-level adventurers, so I feel like we should rest some units. Let's do it. We can probably... Yeah, but the master is also pretty wounded. Not a big deal. Surely we can rest a little bit more. Okay, let's do it like this. So I do want to go for like a combo room anyway. Bleed here. So now we gotta make sacrifices. Who wants to participate in the bleed room? Gromok, you get to do that. That's a good room. And having a bleed room just before the master room is really important, because when the lifesteal attack that he has is based on the opponent's bleeding. So I always do bleed in the second room if we are doing bleed at all, and you should with this master. And then in the first room, you just want to have decent monsters here. We are not doing morale right now. No. And that's fine. Can we get away with this? It's kind of risky. Having one more option in the first room would be pretty nice. So we can diversify a bit. Board man. Yeah. Okay. Everything I have is like weak to fire, but then I'm getting the same with nature. Nature and fire seems to be our real weaknesses. Oh well, that's fine. Let's jump into it. That's my last cup of coffee. We have resistance increased, or enhanced resistance 3. I am gonna go and vote, and I will encourage everyone right now to vote with me. Vote for the heroes to get this buff. I want to see what happens, because I think this is to learn. I think resistance 3 here means that it lasts for 3 turns. So it will take away 1 use in the first room here, and then it'll come into the next room with only 2 resistance, and then it'll go away pretty quickly. So it's not a big deal, is my point. Whereas when we get it on the monsters, each monster fight, and probably also the master, will start with the benefit. And then that's way more significant than the heroes getting it for 3 turns. So yeah. But if it's enhanced resistance for 3 turns in every room that they go in, or every fight maybe, that would be a different story. I hope I don't die. Okay, let's have a look at it. We have a sorceress with air damage to the front. Now we have a morale healer. So then I don't want to go for morale damage, but we already determined that. And we also have a healer. Okay. And the thug again. But not the ninja who does area nature damage. Okay. They have decent armor. I think we're starting with the rally horn. Then we will do the circular saw in the next boss chamber. Air, front, nature, front, ice everywhere. Air and nature. We don't have anything. Oh, we do have one with both, but he's got so low life. 45 health means that he will 30% or 50% air damage, but it's still 30 damage from the air here. And he comes in after the thug. So the thug will attack him, and then he won't die. Then he gets to shoot, and then the sorceress will kill him. While the Yeti, then I don't know, like this maybe? We don't have a lot of options here either. Air damage to the back doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Here we get nature damage to the back, no. So it's probably going to be nature damage everywhere. Or area nature with you. And then we try to stun the frontliner, I think, and then you throw ice at the back, which is also bad. Then air to the back is better. From the ghost. 40 air damage to the back line. Or 50 ice. Or we can do ice everywhere. Ice. They also have good ice resistances. Poof, this is going to be a bad one. He's got minus 25% nature resistance. So if I put him in the front spot, he's just gonna die before he even gets to move. Yeah. Alright, this is not good. It's only a question of the order, and I think it's a no-brainer that the skeleton soldier goes first, and then physical damage to front, or air damage to front, no, or air damage everywhere. Yeah. But it's bleeding, so it's air damage to front, which she's really resistant against compared to the physical. So, point being that this one's worth a little bit less than the orc, and therefore it should tank for the orc. Moving on. I think we will survive. I don't know. This might be it. And they do come in with the resistance 2 here. Yeah, okay, so it goes away. Alright. That seems a little bit unfair. Like, when we get the vote bonus, it's way more significant than when they get the vote bonus, is my point. Which... whatever. Yeah. Oh, no, he didn't get a turn. I didn't do the math. He died from the ongoing poison. That's bad. Like, real bad. The thing is, the stun, that's nice. But it won't matter because she's not gonna get a second turn anyway. He dies to the thug, and then she attacks and won't kill the skeleton, the ghost. So if we stun, we still don't get 2 uses out of the ghost from here on out. So the stun won't matter. Might as well do more damage with the wild strike here. Oh boy, we're not doing a whole lot. I might have killed us. Whoops. Oh, Elbot, if you're trying to vote, I don't think it works when you vote on Twitch. Oh, sorry, YouTube. You gotta go to the Twitch channel to vote. It's specifically Twitch integration, and it's only working through here with Twitch, and because I wrote my Twitch channel name here, so I don't think it's integrated with the YouTube chat. If you wanna, okay, no worries. To balance it, then everyone should always vote for the hero, since it's unfair if Keaton gets it. That's nice of you. To help the poor heroes. She has lowered fire resistance, so Burning Whip definitely makes sense here. What was this debuff here? Thorns? Minus 20 life when attacking this target? Oh, she did the thing where she replaced the debuff with a buff, and Thorns is a new thing. I've never seen this one before. So that 20 life when attacking, so you take damage for attacking it because she has thorns. Huh. And I cannot not attack her, so my units will take 20 damage. That's pretty rough. Ow. Okay, I think we might lose here. Well, we're gonna do another run if I die, it's fine. This does a lot of damage. Like, enough damage? She's taking 20 and 5%. Spear of Terror. Or more bleeding. I think this guarantees the death, where this one maybe gets me another turn if I play it well, or like if the math works out, which I haven't done the math obviously, so is that enough? I don't think so. So let's pile more bleed on instead. And there goes the gargoyle. Come on, orc. Survive. Ah. But she dies here, yeah. Okay.
Here comes my death.
So I think we live. I think we live because my master gets enraged every time he takes damage, combos with the nature damage. She does area damage, which doesn't really work super well against the master, and we're gonna kill him here right fast. So it'll be fine. But I was a little worried. That hurts. Do we kill him? Yes, good. She took morale damage from him dying, is that right? And now her morale is broken. In fact, that's kind of interesting. Just from my ghost attacking with a morale scream in the first room was enough to bring her morale down to this point here. I think that's the only morale damage she's taken. So the ghost just doing that thing that gives a little better morale damage, but also doing normal damage. I didn't even try to go for morale, and we still broke her morale to the point where she's now taking extra damage from all sources. It's amazing. Complete shift in the game mechanic. The thing I'm thinking about here is how much damage do I take? 40, at least 40, and then also whatever she's doing to me. I could use enslavement first and then punch her with the whiplash, because then she's bleeding and then I get to heal. Some of it, 30% of 176, but 176 modified by her weaknesses. I think I will get more out of bleeding her first, and then... So I take how much damage? 24 and 32. That's about 24 and 32 is 56. So whiplash, I healed 95. So I gained life by bleeding her first and then draining the life. She's minus 88 morale when in front. I don't think I understand that. Welcome to the stream, on Stone. Can you explain what you mean when is that specific for that hero? Is that what you're saying? I've never seen that mechanic or heard of that mechanic before. Is that from the update? No, not that I know of. What's on your third attack? Ah, when I killed the other guy, she lost morale. That's what you're saying. Yeah, she lost morale from her allies dying, which is also definitely a new thing. Anyway, Troll Beer, Monsters gain. We get an artifact no matter what we're doing here. So let's see, 3 different ones, and they have been reworked, so we expect them to be different from before. Monsters gain shell at the start of a fight if their motivation is full. So then we start comboing off of motivation being full. Okay, that might be good. Totem of Strength. Monsters in a room gain 2 random bonuses at the start of a fight if they all share the same type. Now that we can do. That doesn't mean I need to go for skeletons or that I need to go for demons. I can have... We have 4, 4, and 4, so we can actually make that work. 2 random bonuses is pretty significant. That's my favorite so far. And then all monsters of the group gain Enraged 3 when a creature is defeated. They've also changed this one. Wow. I don't know. These are all different now and cool. Enraged when a creature is defeated. So then you just need a creature in every room, and we can also definitely do that. And then you put the creature as the frontliner or wherever they are shooting primarily, so you guarantee that that creature dies first, and then the other 2 monsters get Enraged 3. We were thinking that the morale damage would have been easier than the health damage. Yeah, but except I didn't have the monster combo for it in that run. Clearly we did have the sum of it, but I didn't have morale damage on all the monsters, and that's why I went for the damage. And we had a guy on their team that was healing the morale, but it turned out to not be that significant, apparently. You might be right. I think we're getting the totem of strength. This sounds cool, but it kind of forces me to build specific rooms, which could limit my comboing. Let's see, I'm thinking about, let's just take my bleed room as an example. Can I have 3 monsters of the same time that all do bleeding? I have the orc, the orc is a creature and the vampire is a creature. And then, do I have another? Then we have the skeleton and we have the dog and we have the satyr is a demon. What's the final one? The gargoyle is a demon. See, it's gonna destroy my bleed room. Yeah, because then the yeti is one of my creatures, and then the final creature, I forgot what the final creature is, but I'm pretty sure it's not I'm not sure. God damn it! I wish I could click and see my monsters right now. That's so frustrating that I can't. Is a creature a specific subclass, like demon or undead? Yes, that is correct. There's 4. There is demon, undead, creature, which is the orc face, and then elemental. Those are the 4 creature subclasses, as you were saying. Yeah. I don't think we can get the totem strength. I forget what the final bleed creature I have is, or the final creature that I have is. It's... But then Ring of Wrath is easy to proc always. It's just you gotta put a creature in every room. And that's it. And then Troll Beer Shell is really good. But then it requires their motivation to be full, which is easy to do if you have a ton of monsters, because then you can put those that don't have full motivation out of the combat and have them recharge, while those with full motivation fight. But then you gotta rotate them all the time, which requires a larger base of monsters. We don't really have that yet, but we could get it done. But it's not guaranteed. I think the Ring of Wrath. Okay, I'm spending a lot of time on that, but I think this is the right choice. Now we're going to see what the final creature is, and if I'm going to find out that it was a... We have the Yeti is a creature. Orc. The boar, and it does not have the bleed. But he does. He could combo with the bleed combo, right? Okay. We got a workout in the next week. I was gonna do the workout here because I don't want to go for the merchant, I think. We can try to buy a creature. And then we get plunder here, which is more money. Usually. Okay, let's go to the merchant for once. I know we never do it, so... And now it seems like a goblin drummer. Normally not my favorite creature, especially if we could get a succubus. But now we do have a ring here that combos. Can we still upgrade artifacts? Like it used to be that you could get 2 upgrades on every artifact, so they have 3 different levels. But I don't see the little tier list on the artifact anymore, so maybe that's not a thing anymore. I wonder then... It's also not like a thing that is percentage based anymore, so I think maybe you can't upgrade them anymore. You would have grabbed the troll beer. Yeah, it's just like if you look at my lineup right now. Okay, now I have a lot of people with full motivation, so that is pretty bad example. But all of these 5 guys here would not get the bonus right now, and it's kind of hard to always maintain having everyone at high motivation. Even though I think we have a talent specifically with this master then. Here, grants each monster in garrison a 30% chance to get 1 additional motivation back after a dungeon. So that's a low chance, but it's there. If anyone should get it, it would be this guy with this specific talent here. So we're getting the Goblin Drummer. There you go. And the Oil Cauldron applies fire weakness, and I don't think we are doing. We have 1 fire creature, not enough for me to get the Oil Cauldron. I'm stingy with my money, but because every run I play, I end up getting an item or something at some point that I can't buy because I don't have enough gold, and then I feel like I'm missing out. So it's better to stockpile more money than you think you might need. And now this workout is different than the other one. It specifically is letting me know here that we have inadequate resources to do anything with this workout, so there's no point in clicking it. The Therapist gives us the ability to give 1 motivation to all monsters for free, and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motivation. It's not worth it. We are going to do the event. Icarus. A wizard with a strange hat has fallen from the sky and landed in the entrance hall. He was carrying a magical artifact. Cursed Spirit. Applies burn to all heroes when a demon is defeated. Burn 2. Okay. Interesting. They've definitely gone in a completely different direction with the artifacts. I'm not sure I like it, but before there was always like a percentage chance on the artifacts, and some of them felt like when there's 20% chance of the thing working per dungeon, it felt like it wasn't worth getting. This one, if you play into it, it will always do its thing. And you can put 3 demons in a room. Yeah, you can put 3 demons in a room. Oh yeah, I guess with this one here, I could... All monsters of the group gain when a creature is defeated. Alright, so... Okay, it doesn't make sense to put 3 creatures in the room, because when the final creature dies, it won't give enrage to anyone else. But... you could have 2 creatures, and then the third creature... The third monster, I should say, in the room, when the other 2 creatures are defeated, will have gained a total of 6 enraged. That's pretty strong. 6 enraged, I mean, enraged 3 alone is really strong. But you can have 3 demons in a room and apply 6 burn, basically. And that's... Burn does precisely what it says. 5% of maximum life as fire damage per turn, modified by the fire resistance or weakness. And so if you have 3 demons in a room and they get 6 burn, 6 times 5 is 30. So if you have a room full of demons, they take 30% damage of as a base without your monsters even doing anything. I'm taking that. I mean, yes. Plunder. Alright, I'm loving the changes. Oh, look at this. This is, of course, the one I want to do. We have a 100% chance of fighting a monster, and we get money, and our volunteers gets +1 motivation, which is only relevant for the ghosts. But then risk of unavailability, 100% volunteers for 2 weeks is not that long. And now I wish I could see the week track, because 2 weeks is not a lot, and I think they might even come back before the next dungeon raid then. If they don't, though, it's what? The vampire, the yeti, and the ghost. So you, 1, 2, and the ghost. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're running it pretty tight. Oh, but we also get an extra monster, and that's really significant. I'm getting this one. And oh, we get one of the new modded monsters. Never played this, but are monsters ever gonna live for 6 turns? Okay, so one thing that is really important to understand of course, no monsters ever live for 6 turns. That happens, but it's very rare. But stuff like Enraged scale with the amount of stacks on it. So it comes in with Enraged 3, and then that means that it deals 30% more damage. Then every turn you lose a stack, and so once you lose it and has to have 2 Enraged, it does 20% more damage, and then next turn it'll do 10% more damage, and then it'll go away. But that works in the other direction too. So if you stack it up to 6, it's 60% more damage, and there's no limit. You can have 20 stacks of Rage, and then you do 200% more damage. Yes, 200% more damage. And you can definitely just keep stacking it away. So, like there's a point to stacking more Enraged on from different sources, and we already are doing it from both the Warhound here, stacks 2 Enraged on, that's 20%, and my new Drummer, haha, here you go, can stack 5 Enraged on all monsters of the group. As his turn. I've always had a problem with the Drummer because he's literally spends a turn doing nothing but buffing. So you need the other monsters in the room to really pick up the slack, but then they do 50% more damage, which is of course a lot. But if you don't, I mean, it's entirely reliant on them then being able to use that bonus. Anyway, we got a new monster. We got the dragon. Rust Dragon, and it's a creature. Perfect. What? No way. 321 health. And it's not even an elite monster. It does 63 fire damage with burn and morale damage, and then or area damage with burn 4 and 63 morale damage to everyone. And passive attacks deal extra damage per 25% morale damage missing from target. What? Okay, so this is a homebrew monster that someone has created a mod for, and I didn't know that it was overpowered. This is definitely overpowered. Someone had a lot of fun making this one. Holy shit. And it has no weaknesses, by the way. It only has resistances. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'll take it. Whatever. Oh, I can't actually select. We have to vote. Oh, I think I can turn that off. I don't think we want to vote for rooms. Is that, yeah, dungeon votes enabled. Gotta turn that off. Because I always want to do... Oh, we can't. Okay. Yeah. We are gonna vote. Maybe I should do it. I don't know. Because sometimes... Oh, does that work? Oh, when I write in the Resteam chat, then it still sends it to Twitch, and then therefore it goes in here, I think. Sometimes there will be done like veterans, and then it's cool that you guys get to vote between them, I guess. But now at this point we're just wasting time, because of course we want to do the hardest dungeon. We're doing the dragon. Let's throw in the dragon. How about that? I mean, there are elite monsters in the game that are really, really strong, and of course stronger than other monsters. So it's not like unheard of. But this is the strongest monster that I have ever seen in the game, and this is at level 1. I've seen level 3 elite monsters that are not as strong as this one here, and we can level this one. This is insane. Oh, and by the way, we can use the Goblin Drummer to give him Enraged 5. Well, how about that? Let's do that. It's crazy. That dragon will have Empower 8 before he can act 2, most likely. Why? Oh, because of the... Yeah. The Goblin Drummer. Yeah. I'm looking forward to trying it. And I might turn off that mod after this playthrough here, because that's... honestly, that's broken. But that might mean that we get to beat the game anyway. That's cool. I guess. Can't get over it. Okay. Let's stack on more fire in here so we can do like a full fire room. Now I kind of want to get one of those, the thing that applies fire weakness. Because that would be insane with the dragon. Okay. Move on. And it's fine. Yeah, see, we don't have a lot of monsters available at full motivation anyway. I want to do a bleed room, so this is a bleed room, and then the orc might get knocked out, but then he will be out for a few weeks, and then he'll come back with full motivation, which is, if I put him out here, then he will only get 3 motivation, 30% chance of getting 4, but he won't go to full, and then he still will, yeah, I like, when they have really high max motivation, it's sometimes better to just get them knocked out, and then they come back with full motivation. So in fact, we should probably throw him up here. Maybe the bleed room should always be room 2, like I said. So let's maintain that. This is pretty skinny, but now with the dragon, I feel sort of confident. Our master is only at half health. It would be a shame to lose now that we have just gotten this great... We have a morale combo here, by the way. Do we have morale here? The dragon does insane morale damage too, so yes. Okay, this should be a cakewalk. If I lose now, then you are allowed to hate me. And we can vote for enhanced resistances. You are absolutely allowed to vote for the heroes here, and I will abstain. For heroes, we have air damage to the front with the priestess. We have air damage to the back. Applies tiredness, damage dealt reduced. Gives one hero maximum morale back after a fight once. But this, yeah, see, that's a silly skill to have, right? Because now you can't gain more than 25% of one hero's maximum morale back because of the new threshold thing. Unless this somehow overrides that. But then, no. This seems silly to have this skill in the game then. I'm not sure I understand. No. And here we have all morale loss reduced. So we both have one that is tanky against morale. And one that heals morale, 25% of morale at max. And you can be lucky and reduce them like to 49%, and then he spends his skill to heal 1. We have 1% morale if we're lucky. And she dodges the first trap, so that makes me go for the rallying horn. Also giving the dragon more enraged. Oh, and it looks super glitchy too. Damn it. It's fine. Can't even look at it. Okay, that's gonna be super annoying. I'm gonna turn off that mod after this playthrough. We will endure it. They are getting air to the front, air to the back, and fire to the back. I bet you have both air and fire resistance, indeed. So I think you should be able to tank all of that, and then we'll do it like this. He reduces damage it takes. It has really high fire resistance and some air resistance. It deals more damage per morale missing from the target, so it in fact makes more sense to have him in the second room where we will have affected morale a little bit more. Maybe. 63 morale damage though is a lot. We are going for damage, by the way. Oh, but I should collect more tiers from heroes, so maybe we should go for morale here. Like with the enrage, we can do a lot. I can do it like this. You have air resistance, so this is the morale build instead. It kind of works with the rallying horn anyway. You just give enrage to people so that they do more morale damage. 63, and it'll be affected by all the different enrages that we get. Morale damage is also affected by enrage, so yeah. Yeah, let's do it like this. And then we'll go for morale. Bone catapult. Pile of bones is really good, but it ricochets to the target, to the hero position behind the target if the target is demoralized. So it only is good if the front row target is demoralized, and hopefully also the second one. And there are some concerns with that. Oh, we can apply demoralized, but he will die first, this guy. And she likes to get rid of her penalties, which is the problem. I feel we can do it. I feel like we can do it. Let me check the turn order in here. We go, and then she attacks here and replaces a debuff. He will survive that. Yes. Then we go through the turn order again, and these guys only hit the back line. Yes. And then she will hit the front line again, but then she will have demoralized and then go down to demoralize 1. Then does he die from 2 attacks? That's the question. I need to do the math. 48 air damage modified by 25 resistance. 48, that's precisely 1/4. 1/4 of 48 is 12, and so that's 36. 36 times 2 is more than 70, so he will die for the second attack. But will apply demoralized once, then after that, yeah. No, so she will not come out of this fight demoralized, that's the point. Okay, then we do not do the pile bones, we do the bone catapult. Boom. And we're doing morale build. Everyone here has morale damage, yes, so it's just good and fine. Air to the front. And then... oh, air and fire to the back. Oh god, okay, see now we are having resistance problems here, but... then we'll... no, oh, we want the creature to die first. I'm forgetting about our artifact. Not like the other rooms matter once the dragon is done with him. We don't know. I don't know that the dragon will defeat them here. Oh, with 321 health, that's actually a really... I mean, she has fire resistance, and fire weakness. Oh, but we're doing morale. Yeah, there's a good chance, but she's got morale reduction by 50%, so she's in fact got 642 morale, right? No, 684 morale, effectively. So I think she might live, but then the dragon has really high fire resistance, so he will probably just power through that, and then, yeah, there's a good chance that they die in room number 1. You're right. Or not die, but run away then. Let's see. Oh, a little bug. Oh, like a bug, not a lag? Huh. Frame rate drop. I can't get over this dragon here. Like, everything about it I could accept, but not this jumping around like that. That's not okay. Ward drum. Yeah, it takes almost no damage from that. 80% fire resistance. Oh, I guess someone voted for the enhanced resistance. So we have even more, and that's all the damage that they do. Okay. Well, this is not fair. Okay, that does some damage. Breath of Fire for 114 morale damage. Boom. I guess we just keep enraging people. Because he doesn't do a whole lot of damage with this anyway. Just make the other one stronger in morale, which, look at this, now at 12 stacks on enrage. That's not fair. What? Oh, and what is this? Another new monster. Alright, so a nightmare. Arnstone. Oh, we have an Arnstone in the chat. So this one's named after you, sir. Nightmare. What do you do? Front. Fire damage and morale. Applies burn. Okay. Physical resistance on the second attack to the front. No, physical damage and lowered morale. And applies elemental weakness too. Okay. And passive damage dealt increased by 30% if the target is affected by burn. This is a really good monster. So we're getting it. And we also want to see it in play. This one's actually, I think this one's balanced. Usually I would always go for an upgrade on the master. And this is my favorite upgrade, the Whiplash. Which is the healing attack. So it does 28 more damage. And since we heal 20% of damage dealt by the target, if the target's affected, that means we now heal even more whenever we attack with this. And it's so good. But this combos really well with the dragon, and it's a demon, which we also combo with because of our artifact, and it's morale and damage creature. We're about to, and I want to see it in play, I suppose. We know whether we want to keep heal these looks, but yeah. Is 50% double? I think 100% would be double morale. No? Yes? Yes? Oh, you're right. I think I messed it up before. I said that she had like double health. No, she takes half damage, right? From all morale attacks, which means that her morale counts for double. Pretty sure that math checks out. That's basically like her having 100% more full morale. Am I right? Am I wrong about that? If she takes basic math, if she has 20 morale and takes 50%, and we deal 20%, as we deal 10 morale damage to her, but she takes half damage, she takes 5. That's like her, then we would need, instead of 2 morale attacks, you would need 4, so it's double, yeah. Yeah, no, it takes 50% less damage, yeah, okay. So we agree, good. Is there something that I needed to do? No. Check my monsters. Should I not use the dragon? I think it might be too easy at that point. People gotta start voting for the heroes to get the buff. Let's agree to, if I use the dragon, we gotta vote for the heroes to get the buff. Otherwise it's not fair. Give the heroes a chance. Give the heroes a chance. Give the heroes a chance. Okay. Oh, I can sell the dragon at the black market. I might. You know what? I'm probably gonna do that. I don't want to play with the dragon. It's not gonna be fun. I don't know. You guys can now vote on whether or not Keechan should sell the dragon at the black market. Go. Vote. If I don't hear any complaints, I'm gonna sell the dragon. Business trip. Always do the business trip. We can get a new artifact. This one I don't like. Defeated monsters have a 50% chance to lose 1 less morale motivation. That doesn't help us in the fights. This is not even guaranteed to work. And 1 motivation is nothing. So I don't care about that at all. Let's get something else, and then there's not really any question. Over here we get the difference is that he's out for 5 weeks, and this is a level 2 guy out for 8 weeks. But the difference in gold, and then this one is 1 motivation, which doesn't matter, and this 25 blood is a lot. So we are taking this one over here. The artifact, it would be nice to have, but we can only have 5 artifacts in total, and so I wouldn't want this one to take up one of our slots. I'm taking this one over here. Glad you agree, Armstrong, and have a nice sleep. Good night, sir. I'm gonna sell the dragon. Ah, now I can't. Why can't I sell the dragon? Because it only sells from Garrison, is that right? And I can't move the dragon over. God damn it. Yeah. I forgot that it only sells from the Garrison, so I needed to move units that I wanted to sell over here. I hate... Why does that have to be a thing? Like, and it's not... I think it's in fact explained on the click on the... When you hover over the black market button, it says you can sell units from Garrison. But why would it not just let me sell from the rooms, since I can move them freely between Garrison and rooms anyway, when we're not currently in an event? I can't. Can't right now. Right-clicking and nothing works. So we're keeping the dragon. Well, we could sell Parietal here, since we're now comboing with demons and we're comboing with creatures. We're doing burn and bleed. We don't do anything with skeletons, we don't do anything with nature. I think he might as well go. Then, we're above 1,000 gold again. Let's upgrade some traps. That's a good idea. We want to upgrade our circular saw, for sure. We want to upgrade our bone catapult. I'll upgrade all of them. Then I don't have to click the engineer button for a while again. Sanctuary, I forgot. What is this? A ceremony as gloomy as it should, just to make the adventurer's life worse. If I recall correctly, this is a place where we can spend blood and tears, maybe some gold, to then have like an ongoing effect that will be added up here for the next like 30 weeks or something. Which is nice, but it doesn't help us against the final boss. It makes the next few dungeons easier. It doesn't really help in the second year, and then it goes away. While the business trip can give us some snowball effects that will... This can also help us snowball, I suppose. But I like the business trip more. There's the troll beer. Oh, he needs to go away for 18 weeks to get that. Wow, that's a long time, sir. This skeleton dog. Okay, you can't move between rooms right now, but we have a lot of monsters available. What, 9, 12 total right now. 3 more coming back. Two more coming back in a sec here, and 1 and 5. We can do without one, even if it's for a long time, and then we get the troll beer. Let's try it. Shell 2 is really good. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Then, what? I mean, of course we're doing veterans. It's only a question about how to organize the rooms. When we've got the dragon, I'm gonna use the dragon, so we're gonna use the nightmare with him. And then we can have a full burn room, if we also have the skeleton. There, yeah. And morale, and morale. So we already have the full room, but it's very fire focused, so it would be nice to have some other things, which we then do. Then we gotta build on the second room. And now, units with full motivation get bonuses. So we would like to take you out so you can rest and get the bonus. And you in theory. Except the orc won't go to full motivation. So might as well put it in. That's what she said. Sorry. And Goblin Drummer up here seems like a decent idea. So either full burn combo, or we can get the Goblin drumming for the dragon if we want that instead. Morale, morale, and morale. So we have morale combo here, and bleed, 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 and bleed. Okay. Huh. Yeah, seems good. And the cool thing about bleed, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but bleed is not affected by any weaknesses either, or resistances. So you can always rely on bleed combo to do precisely what you want. Oh! Here we see then, finally the heroes then get a little boon this time. Siegfried. Which is that from Soul Calibur, I think? At least the sword reminds me of Soul Calibur. So this is another mod that someone added into the game. And Siegfried here is a hero. And he seems also stronger than a normal hero. Off the top of my head, he might be sort of on par with a knight. He definitely looks more imposing. So he's got ice damage at his sword. Okay. Yeah, so it's a hero with high armor that does ice damage, which is not something we normally see. The ice units usually do have pretty low armor, I think, so this is cool. He's different. He applies Elemental Weakness 3, that's also something. Skill removes the penalty with the most... Oh, he's got the novice skill then that removes penalties from heroes, like a cleanse. And passive ignores the first attack suffered. Okay. Interesting. He's cool. I like that mod. Okay. And more different hero types is definitely... This is the only hero that we added in, but he's definitely staying. That's cool. Then... What is this? An Imayagan. Imayagan. Yeah, whatever. Named Hassan. He does air damage to the back, so he has ice front, air back, and he loses less morale and heals morale for people. And then we have physical damage to the back. Dodges the effect of the first trap, and that's it. How about if you use the dragon, and if the dragon dies once, you can't use him for the rest of this run? Wow. I'll take you up on that. Okay, let's try that. Huh. Is that right? I don't know how preventing a monster from dying is almost impossible, but then with the dragon it might be possible. Does this guy, he has fire weakness, look at that. Yeah, and none of these have, they have fire resistance 10, so I say we murder them, even though he has low morale. It would be easy to just kill them, I think, and because this guy is going to be tough under morale, and this is equal. So, but then I wouldn't put the dragon in the first room anymore. Then I would put the dragon in the second room to preserve it, if that's the rule. We'll see about it. If I get the black market option again, I will sell it. I just didn't remember how the black market worked, and that's the only reason we still have the dragon. Okay. But let's see the demon in play. He seems really cool. The nightmare here. Yeah. I like you. Ice front, air back, physical back. You have air and physical are your lowest. Ice. He also has positive ice resistance. How is that fair? Okay, ice front. Then we need air and physical back. Can we do that? Well, the dragon can, but can someone else do it? Yeah. Okay. So like that. Or we could have the Goblin Drummer up front. He has Ice 30. Does he survive an attack? Yeah, he survives one attack from the Paladin, and then he can do the Enraged. Is that then better than the Yeti? She has negative ice resistance. He can specifically only attack the back. Or he could do area slow, which is also nice. I think 40%. How many attacks is he gonna survive? He's gonna survive 2 attacks from the paladin. It's not a paladin. He's just, his class is literally Siegfried. Okay, that's very specific. What do we do? I think we're going like that. Applying slow to all of them could also be kind of interesting. Yeah, okay, this should be fine. And then circular saw because we're doing damage, and then frontliner has high armor, but I guess we're just doing, I mean, we're working on bleed in this room either way. Let's see, ice front, then it's air and physical back. Air and physical for you, perfect. And then we're not using the satyr, which is fine. Good, and boom. So oh, and they all have full motivation, so they come in with enhanced armor. Now they should get the shield from that. But this guy didn't get that. Wait, what? Oh, so this is from the vote. I didn't check the vote at all. But no one voted. Oh, then I think it might just... If no one votes, it seems like it might just go on either. Aha! So, if we don't vote, it still applies, which means that if no one's interested in voting and thinks that it's a bad mechanic to have in the game, then we shouldn't have it enabled at all. That's something to consider. We can either do really high damage to the backline or spread out the damage. Since this, he's gonna soak the first attack suffered. Oh, look at the morale damage to him as well. Yeah, this one's more morale focused. This is damage focused. Oh, but he's gonna dodge that attack, yeah. I'm gonna do the fireball to the back. And then area slow to soak his soak his soak. And then we can apply burn to the front and morale damage or elemental weakness here. Okay. Physical damage. Fire damage here. So this is way more damage. And applies burn. Elemental weakness 20. Might be good to get the elemental weakness on and then switch into the elemental damage. Yeah. The Nightbreaker, it's what it's called. Nice. Oh, did you see that? When he did his animation, he switched his sprite into something else. Oh, and now we got him below 50% morale, which is also important, and I lost my demon. Oops. Not realized we were that close to losing him. Now I've gotten so used to my dragon here being invincible that I thought we couldn't lose. I mean, probably we still won't. I didn't know. I didn't think we would lose the demon either. That's what I'm trying to say. We're gonna make this guy run before we kill him. But this made her go below 50%. So now we're killing her. Good. And that made him run away, right? So this is a hidden stat that I really need to figure out. When one hero dies, the other take morale damage, and I don't know how much, and I gotta work that into my strategy. That's something to really consider, right? That's not insignificant, for sure. Okay. I mean, we do so much damage, but the morale is just easier. He can't do morale damage though. Kill or scare? Oh, he's not gonna be running away. Kill him then. Okay. You have successfully protected the treasure. Alright. Power. Power, because when we get power, we also heal more in battle from dealing damage, and we kill the enemies faster, which is important. We're still not at full health, so regeneration is tempting, but that doesn't really help in the dungeon when we already have full health. Good. Wait, what is happening here? He didn't lose motivation. But neither did the Yet to Survive, but the demon didn't lose motivation for getting knocked out. A lot of weird stuff ongoing. Huh. It is what it is. I kind of want to go to the engineer. We are about to get more money back down here again, so we can probably afford spending a little bit here. And upgrading the traps is always nice. This one applies more bleeding, which is great. And we often use the rallying horn. The cool thing about upgrading this one to level 3 is also then, right now it applies Enrage to the next group of monsters. This one here. It will then apply Enrage to the next 2 groups of monsters. And this includes the master if he is one of the next 2. So this is pretty good. A huge upgrade here. Go for it. And we can still afford the Pile of Bones upgrade. Get it. Sure. Okay. Plunder or business trip? Gonna go for the business trip. I think we can't get new monsters from business trips. We can get new monsters from plundering. We got plunder coming up down here again. Okay. I'm gonna go for business trip then. We have a chance at the Fury of the Deceased again. Monsters gain enraged once brought back to life. I still don't understand this one. So we are going to go for this one that gives us tears. Sure. The Alchemist is not that interesting right now. Go for event. Lucky me. You placed a bet on a boar racing game during lunch break. The one you chose finished first and you won the jackpot. You could also use your winnings to throw a party for your employees. +1 motivation for all available monsters. Or 300 gold. And almost everyone has full motivation anyway, so we're definitely going to keep the gold. Then we're going to plunder or trainer right before. Ooh, we can train the dragon. Well, we don't need to train the dragon. It's gonna. We didn't. Yeah, we wanted the first room again because of the dragon. Yeah. Silly. I'm gonna plunder though. We need more money. Yeah, we get 75% chance of the monster, or 100% chance of finding the monster here, and then we lose 1 motivation. Which is gonna knock out the orc, but that's kinda fine. Then he comes back with full motivation soon, but then these 2 will lose the Trollbeer buff. Not a big deal. For 100% chance to find a monster, I'll take it. We get a Dark Magus, also a really cool monster. And it's a demon, I think.
Stronger heroes are coming from faraway lands. In order to better combat this threat, we have increased the size of our dungeons.
Look, she has a little skull catapult on her table here. Oh, and this is another trap. And a club for more employee morale. The beatings will resume until morale improves. Oh, we've got our first champion fight coming up. Ooh. Alright. Well, Arnstone, you can come back in. He didn't lose motivation. Not sure why. The Magus. Magus is good, but it's way better when it's upgraded. It needs to be upgraded, leveled before you can really use it. The tiredness that it applies is actually really nice. So maybe we could put it in the first room here like that. It will be instead of you then. We'll come back in here. In the second room, like that, we have the bleed combo. We can throw you in too. I'm debating whether I should take the dragon out. It's kind of carrying. Let's see how it does against the champion. Oh, we got the Pyromancer. And we have the dragon with the high fire. What is it? 85%? It's 65 resistance. He's pretty cool though, the Pyromancer. Oh, he's getting changed. So he does fire damage to the back and then applies burn 2 to monsters who deal damage to him. Oh, like a flame barrier. Interesting. The attack regenerates 10% of his maximum life if the target is affected by burn. Oh. This is really nice change. I feel like a lot of the champions before were just like pretty cut and paste. They just did like an area attack and then that's it, right? Now he's way more unique. He's attacks the back line, which not a lot of other champions do, and he's got this fire armor, flame barrier, whatever. That's cool. He's got high fire resistance himself, of course, and more HP than the dragon. So this might be a point that, and we can enraged can be applied to the heroes if you guys wanna. We have ice damage to the front from the monk, and then air damage to the back from the exile here, and then fire damage to the back. That's pretty diverse. This could be rough. And specifically, air is the only thing that the dragon is kind of weak to. And tiredness is bad on the dragon, of course, because it lowers my damage dealt. So this is a bad time for the dragon. We could go for morale, which is good on the monk. He can heal 25% of a morale on a unit, and then this one doesn't care. Either way, I mean. And so when the dragon attacks him, he doesn't take a lot of damage because of the fire resistance, but he will still take full morale damage. And then I think we should go for morale build on these guys. So let me go Rallying Horn. Yes. And then what? Ice front, air and fire back. Do we have ice resistance here? The Goblin Drummer does. 41 ice damage coming in here, and you have 30% resistance with 60 health. I wish I was better at math. %30 of 40 makes it less than 30 damage. So he would be able to tank 2 hits. We could also just go for the Boarman and he can tank way more. We're doing morale, so let me see if this is the right thing to get. I can't. Dragon, stand still. If only it was just not this glitchy, then it would be fine. Because it's okay. They should make it an elite monster, at least, and maybe reduce... I would still reduce the stats a little bit, but you could make it an elite monster, and elite monsters are cool, it's fine. Then they are really rare and hard to get, and they cost way more money, and so it's balanced. This one's definitely not in its current state. Anyway. It should be an elite monster. This is way more morale damage, and it also applies tiredness, and I think it will survive here for a while, because both of these are relatively tanky. Yeah, I feel like we will beat them in this room again. And then, but let's be smart about it. We're going for morale. So like this, except in another order, because we need ice up front. And then we need what, air and fire in the back. Oh, we don't have fire resistance here. Ooh. Except the Satyr has, sort of has, but lower air resistance. Oh. So like, and that's not morale, huh? He does get to act, but then he dies, and then the gargoyle dies, and then this ice skeleton will die. So in this room we're definitely not as strong. Do we apply demoralize in here? Yes. And yes, so we can do the pile of bones here. But most likely, like I said, we will defeat them in the first room. They come in within range. Why? Oh, did they get a vote? No. Oh, but if we don't vote, then it gives it to a random side. But we also gained enraged. What? Huh. Whatever. Oh, I have a question. The flame barrier here says applies to monsters who deal damage to him. Right, so this one doesn't do damage, so it should not get a burn from this. Or lag, frame rate drop. Yes, he didn't get a burn for that. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Well, we're going for morale, obviously. Yeah. Good stuff. Try to stun the front line. Nice. Stun. Keep the impairment here. Good. 21 damage, but the air damage does way more. 38. Okay, not that much. Keep stunning. Yes. Nice. It doesn't matter. He's gonna run away. Away they go. Now we have a chance at elite monster or a trap, an elite trap. I've never had this mouth shutter, but it's pretty cool. It applies silence to all heroes for 4 turns, which means they can't use hero skills. That's very specific, and skills. I don't like it. And then Fang of Melinda. This is also new. Demons attack regenerate their life by 100% of damage dealt if the target is affected by bleeding. Oh, that's way stronger than it was before. But like before, it also has like a thing to regenerate attack health for demons based on their attack damage, but it was like 20%. But then it wasn't dependent on bleeding. So now it's depending on bleeding. But 100% is pretty steep. On the other hand, though, we can get the Orc Sorcerer, which is a super cool unit. he's one of those that can revive units back. So monsters killed come back to life as a skeleton warrior. So if you make sure that only works if he's alive and it doesn't work on himself. So you gotta place him like where people don't attack, and then when the other units die, they will come back and keep fighting as a skeleton. And skeletons apply bleed, so it works really well with a bleed combo. And we have combo with the creature thing, and we combo with the fire. So I really like the Orc Sorcerer. It's an elite monster. But an elite monster with 85, he doesn't compare to the dragon at all. What then? We are doing merchant, siege, or event. Siege is where we send we loan out our traps, and we only have 4, so I don't really want to do that one. Merchant, we can buy stuff, and we're about to plunder or get business trip, and then plunder again down here. So let's go for the merchant then. We can get the werewolf and the cauldron with fire weakness. Since we're starting to build the fire combo now, we're buying that, and we also needed a trap. And then werewolf is just a strong unit. Yeah, good, nice. Plunder or business trip. Plunder or business trip. Plunder reaps the most rewards, I think. Not really. But it's pretty low risk for an amount of gold. Yeah. Okay. Plunder again for massive gold, and then we get merchant, trainer, and engineer here. We can train. So let's get the gold built up before we get there. Next dungeon, 75% chance of tiredness for all monsters. No, that's not what we want. So here we have a chance of getting a monster. This one's useless. Can we live with 3 tiredness for all monsters? Gives us a good amount of gold and a chance to find an artifact. We don't really need more monsters right now. I'm gonna roll the dice. We got the gold and we gained the tiredness. That's kind of bad. Okay. Yeah, so it's up here. Damage dealt by... This is the opposite of enraged, basically. Except this one's capped at 70%, so you can't go to like negative 100 and stuff like that. We're doing veterans, obviously, so I'm gonna put in the lead guy here. I guess we're using the dragon, and then we'll take it as like an early game buff, and then the rule is that I sell it as soon as I can. Or I could take it out. I'm gonna take it out. I don't want to play with it. It's both ugly to look at, and now we gotta think, because that makes the game way harder. Again. Burn, burn, and burn. Also kind of into bleed, so we would like another bleed monster in here. If we can find one, and we should have it. Bleed, 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 and kind of bleed. More you over there. Werewolf in here. Bleed, bleed, and bleed, yes. And we have morale, morale, and morale. And over here, morale and morale and morale here. Okay. So this is fine. We're not using the Yeti. The Yeti is better than the skeleton. Except the skeleton does morale. But we have morale, morale, and morale here. Yes. Okay, confirm. Good stuff. No more dragon. I swear, no more dragon. That's it. it feels bad. Well, I'll keep an eye on the mod and maybe it'll get updated. So we have a vote here. We can vote for Enraged for the heroes or the monsters. Yeah. Alright. And if you don't vote, it's randomized, so just keep that in mind. Anyway. What are we doing here? We have a Barbarian with physical damage to the front. And he applies Enraged to all heroes at the start of a fight. Of each fight, so... yeah. And he's got high armor, then air to the front and fire to the back. So we want one of these guys, probably you in the back line. We have armor on the front and air on the front, both of which the Boarman is good against. So he's gonna tank for us. Then we put the sorcerer in the middle and the demon in the back. Is that how we do it? I think that's a good setup here. And they are all either creatures or demons, so we get all those combos. When he dies, everyone else rages. Is that how it works? Yeah. Very good. And when he dies, he comes back as a skeleton because of the Orc Sorcerer. Uh-huh. Yeah, now they are getting stronger, so I don't think we will win in the first room, but damn, this is already really strong. And the dragon has given us quite a buff in the early game. Oh, we start with the other room here where I can apply bleed or burn. Fire weakness in here. Oh, hold on. Do I want to use this? No, I can't use that as a frontliner. Could frontline with the Nightmare and then backline with the Skeleton. So like this. He's not gonna hold long here. Not as long as the Boarman anyway. And then, but then he will do more damage than the Boarman would. But he can stun, and that's kind of as good. Except the stun, of course, isn't super reliable, but we'll try it out. It's fine. So, fire weakness for 4 turns. Not long enough for the fire weakness here to be useful. What trap are we putting in here? We could do with the rallying horn here. Did we determine that we are going for... No, she cannot be demoralized and dodges the effect of the first trap, by the way. I guess we are going for damage. Yeah. Oh, he has good fire resistance, this guy. Oh, no. No, I think it's fine. She cannot be demoralized, but we could still do it to the other guys. This guy gives 5% of all heroes maximum morale back at the start of each turn. Like, stuff like that makes me not want to go for morale damage at all. And she cannot be demoralized, which is also bad. But we could try to demoralize the frontliner first. That would be good. But then she will continually heal him up again. Yeah. We'll go with it as we have it here. Then in here we would give enraged, or again the front burn here doesn't really make sense. Now oh we do the circular saw here for the bleed build coming up. Bleed, bleed, and bleed. Let me check. We got fire damage coming in on the back. Front air and front physical. Front air and front physical is fine for the skeleton soldier, but in the back we need fire resistance, and he's got 0. She's gonna do more than Yeah, she's gonna one-shot him. Because she gets enraged by him if he's still around by then. But she also takes 25% less damage. But 30% more to her. I think he's still gonna get one-shotted. Unless... No, not unless anything. Yeah, we just don't have good fire resistance here, so we'll make it work.
Fresh meat!
Here we do Heat Wave for the fire weakness. Oh, and they gained the buff from the vote. Okay. So he doesn't do a lot of damage, this guy. What? Only 9? Oh, he's got tiredness right now. Oh, all my monsters have tiredness. I completely forgot about this. Ooh, boy. This could be real bad. I got so used to having that dragon, and now we're gonna get murdered because we don't have him. Oh no. Burn or elemental weakness here. Elemental weakness. Now we really need to land the stun. Oh, we did. Great. He survives. He survived. Okay. So we're doing good work here. Just gonna apply some more burn here, I guess. Or more elemental weakness. The elemental weakness won't matter going forward. So I will do the Soul Rend here to apply the burn. Do we care about stunning again? Oh yeah, because we're gonna get some skeletons here. Oh, we stunned again. Nice. Hey, that's lucky. Now we get a Skeleton Boy. And another one. Perfect. But something interesting happened here, right? Did you notice? We just lost a demon and a creature. And when a demon is defeated, you apply 2 burn to all heroes. That didn't happen. She would have had more than 1 burn. And when we lose a creature, all monsters of the group get enraged. And we lost a creature here, so my Orc Sorcerer should have enraged right now, and he doesn't. So my 2 artifacts did not do their thing. And so why is that? Am I missing something? No. Well, the update landed today. It looks like some of the things are not quite working as it should. That is unfortunate. Apply bleed here, and bleed again with the skeletons. They haven't changed. No. They do either physical or physical and bleed, and then they can't come back to life. They have relatively decent stats. They just, I mean, 3 units, extra tankiness. It's super good. Okay, now we gotta get wrecked though. But we managed to apply a ton of bleed to this frontliner, so he's gonna die from all the ongoing passives here. And the other the other heroes aren't doing too hot either. Get it? But they are on fire. Whatever. Ah, okay, now the Burning Wind certainly doesn't make sense. We're doing Enraged. Here's where the Barbarian dies. I still am not good at keeping an eye... Oh, no. What does it say here? Ah, look at that. It shows right here. If morale drops to 0, the hero will flee and the remaining heroes will lose 20% of their maximum morale. There you go. 20% is the number that we were looking for. Alright, so it's not like a set number, it's a percentage. And what about health? Is there a similar tooltip? No, but I'm assuming it's the same thing. So if a hero is defeated, other heroes lose 20% of their maximum morale, which means that if you defeat 2 heroes, then the last hero will automatically already have lost 40% of its morale. That's pretty significant. Big change. Big change. So, it doesn't matter which one I target here. It does, kinda. The Satyr will spread either her debuffs over here, or we can have her debuffs spread over here. But if I spread the bleeding over to the sorceress, then the vampire will then spread those stacks of bleeding back to the tracker. So that's the best way to go about it. Stack more bleed on here. And then he pushes 5 bleed onto the tracker. Up to 7. And adds more bleed onto her, by the way. And then we add even more bleed. Yeah, they're gonna die here. Perfect. She still recovered in the same turn where her ally died. This one was the one healing people's morale. She still gained morale back, which is kind of interesting. Let's see if that keeps happening. Oh, now the Satyr doesn't do anything with his spreading stacks around. Kind of interesting. He's only good when there's multiple heroes. Okay, that time she didn't recover morale, but she got it in the same turn where the priestess here died. Alright. A lot of weird things ongoing. We get the final artifact. We don't like... Oh, we can use the Fury of the Deceased now with the guy who resurrects skeletons. Not really. I don't think it's good enough to do that. But then Totem of Strength. I like this one, but it's gonna be hard to use. I want to try to use the Totem of Strength, though. It sounds cool. So, we have a lot of creatures and a lot of demons. It's gonna be tough, but I'll make it work. Then we have 1,100 gold, so we're going to the trainer. Oh, and I forgot that you can only train people who are in rooms, so you gotta move them around based on what you want. It's too late now, so we get to train these monsters. I want to level the elite guy for sure. Allies. Transform the group of monsters into random skeletons. What? This is new. Interesting. Huh. So they're doubling down on his theme, which is that he plays with his allies to make them keep doing things even when they die, or you can, right before they die, if like they're at 1% health, transform them into random skeletons, and then I think, unless they sort of somehow get that thing that they cannot be revived, I think that if you allow a monster to die first, then it comes back as a skeleton warrior. Then you use this ability to transform other monsters into random skeletons. They come back, then they come in as like any other skeleton that can then be revived by his passive again. And I don't think this is not like a once per fight, so you can keep doing that. If I'm right. That seems crazy. Crazy fun. This is a creature. I want to train you. I want to train the vampire. Yes. Making him stronger. Yeah. Ooh. The Goblin Drummer. Damage dealt increased by 100% if the target's air resistance is negative. Oh, then his attacks become kind of okay. What does the Demon do when it is upgraded? Extra health. Okay, just a lot of little bonuses, not anything specific. Just better. Yeah, we'll take it. It's cheap. Oh, I said that the Dark Magus was getting good when it got upgraded, because when that's at level 3 then that you get to unlock an ability here. So we're gonna try to get into that. Oh, did I spend all my money? Whoops. Just buying random stuff. Okay. Well, can't help myself. Recycling as an event. The walk-in fridge is full of bodies. Like this is like playing Evil Genius all over. The doctor could resurrect a fresh human and transform it into an employee in exchange for a little blood. No, I don't want the skeleton, and I don't... We're not doing ice combo, we don't need monsters in general, and I don't want to lose my blood, so refuse. Event again. The Archaeologist. An archaeologist is ringing your doorbell to claim an artifact, blaming you for looting it. He even dares to demand you donate it to a museum. Oh, it's Indiana Jones. So I can crush him, slice him, or quarter him. What? And they all do the same. I'll quarter him. He just gained blood. Okay. Whatever, man. Then, event or business trip. We'll go for the business trip. And we can't have any more artifacts, so we're just gonna go for the blood over here. Now we're gonna get a lot of blood, but at some point we can start alchemizing it, or maybe doing a workout or two. We can do 2 workouts in a row here. That's perfect. Alright. Let's do the veterans. Boom. Then, what? Now we have a new artifact. Monsters in the room gain 2 random bonuses at the start of a fight if they all share the same type. So we've learned now that the Ring of Wrath and the Curse Spirit doesn't really work. Let's see if this works. So, creature, 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 and demon. I'll take in the dragon, because I really want to test this out. And this can build us a decent room with just creatures then. And then we can make a demon room here, but the vampire is also a creature. We really have a lot of creatures. That's nice. Can we make a demon room here? I wish there was a way to organize them here. But demon, yeah, okay. Room 2, room 2. Is there no other demons that give bleeding? No. Oh, no, that's not true. The Satyr. Okay. And then that's all the demons. But then we could add more demons in. Like you. And you. And you. Just so we have some diversity. And another creature in the front room would be the orc. So I'm very curious to see what this artifact will do for us. Veterans, confirmed. Good stuff. So we have the dragon again, yeah. Just for this one thing to test it out. I just don't want to die when I'm testing this out. Okay, so now we can vote for thorns, and we learned something here about thorns. As I said, the thorns are definitely new, and I was wondering if that scaled with stacks, and it does. So before we had a thorns 2, and that took 20 life away when attacking this target. Now with 3 turns of the thorn stack, it's 30 life. So the more you stack thorns, the more damage it does. This is insane, the thorns. Like, so far we haven't seen anything that can apply thorns other than that sorcerers who rolled it randomly, and now the vote thing. Anything that can apply thorns to itself that I can get, I will take, because that is crazy. And I could imagine it probably is something with the druid master that you can play, and the treants might have thorns or something like that. Anyway, so we have area nature damage coming in here. Oh. And air to the back or an area ice. I see that kind of counters my orc sorcerer a little bit. Not really. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. He's got ice resistance and relatively decent health, so he won't die right away. Okay. Area nature, back air, and ice everywhere. So there's no point in the front line, doesn't really matter. What's this? Can't be affected by bleeding. Oh, that's a new trait. New passive. Huh. And oh, he's got the randomly moves all monsters to another position at the start of a fight. So I gotta put him in the one position where I don't want him, which is the back line. Air to the back. Now we need someone with air resistance. We're putting in the dragon, obviously. And air here, and then like that. We're doing air, ice, area ice, and area nature. Okay, so my boar man is not super good against that. Ice and nature here. But he combos with bleeding, which we're not doing. Ah, the orc has ice and nature resistance. Yeah, I mean the boar man is arguably a little bit better here, but has low nature, his nature weakness, where the orc has nature resistance, so there's a massive difference. I'm gonna do it like this. Good. Rallying horn. As this guy dodges. No. The ice wizard is immune to the master spells, which comes in here. I see. Oh, we can do fire cauldron here. Because the next room we can do fire damage, and then we could go in the front line. Could be kind of good, and we might also come out of this battle with. They're not gonna get past the first room. I mean, okay, so the dragon hasn't gotten stronger since we used it last, and the heroes have, so maybe they can kill it. Yeah, let's do the cauldron. He can't be affected by bleeding. That's entirely new. I could also go for morale, but we're going for damage up here. Yeah, so rallying horn or then the cauldron, and then in here, this is all demons. Yeah, so frostbite. They will still have a little bit of fire weakness when they come in here, so we should use the demon. It's area nature, air to the back, and ice. Who do we have with air resistance? The ghost, but he will die pretty quickly because of the area attacks. So with the demon, okay. The dark magus is good here, and the gargoyles are decent. Okay. Like this then. Except switch them around. Good. And then circular sword just before the boss fight, so that we know that they are bleeding when they come into... Oh, here's You can see his name here, Morg. Alright, confirm.
Prepare to die.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see if they can beat the dragon. Oh, and I got the thorns on my side. Are you kidding me? And we got all we got all the random bonuses from the Totem of Strength, and the dragon rolled thorns. So before I have even acted, they have all taken 60 damage from hitting the dragon. Insane. And we got enraged. Shell and enhanced armor, haste, shell and enhanced armor. Oh, he got enraged and thorns from the buff from the Totem of Strength. Okay. Yeah. Do some damage. So I can turn my allies. Oh, okay. I see. Kane's Revenge will also turn himself into a random skeleton, so he can't keep doing it throughout the fight. I see. Yeah, that makes way more sense. But we're doing Kane's Flame first. And then Breath of Fire. Oh, I didn't notice, but the dragon is actually really slow. So that balances him a little bit. It's not enough. But being the slowest creature is actually a big deal. Now we have a weird situation where we can attack and kill the frontliner, but the next unit coming up is gonna do an area attack and kill him anyway. And he wouldn't die, he would die. He has what, 2 health? We might as well do the Scream of Terror, because he dies anyway. There's no point in attacking him. So just do the Scream of Terror. It's too early to do Kane's Revenge. Let the fire. The dragon's almost down. But he won't go down. As this ends now. Why can you... 20 morale? Does he just have so much morale that he doesn't care? No, not really. At this point it must be easier to scare him away, surely. So, let's go for morale. Oh, the dragon's almost down. So let's try Kane's Revenge here. Boop. And this one came in wounded, but the other ones got healed to full. Why? Such weird inconsistencies. Well, whatever. We are still going for... Oh, he's got fire, ice weakness, is that right? So we will kill him relatively quickly by just... 79 morale. Yeah, it's gonna be easier to just kill him. Down he goes. Easy. Alright. A lot of weird stuff ongoing still that I'm not quite understanding. A lot of question marks being raised all the time. We get to upgrade our master. We can go for the enslavement, which upgrades the bleeding. But the point of this one is just to apply the bleeding so that you enable the whiplash and you want the whiplash maximized. And then we can upgrade his morale attack, which is also nice. But I want to upgrade the whiplash. It is the best. Good. And I don't know if I mentioned, but this was kind of where I was thinking about ending the stream. But I'm getting tired. So it will be the end here. I was hoping we'd get the entire first year, but I guess that means either one really long stream coming up or 2 more streams to end this run, and I will end it on stream. Probably 1 more during the week. I hope everyone is enjoying it, despite the weird shenanigans and all my confusion and the dragon. I thought it was fun. Do we have any level 3 monsters at this point? Not a single one. Ah, no. Oh, it'll do. I was just wondering if he like gets a different border around him when he's level 3, and no, he does not. That's disappointing. He could get like a golden border or whatever. I don't remember if they can be higher than level 3. I think they can, but I don't remember. Bye, Francisco. Bye, everyone. And I don't know if I have any closing thoughts. Oh, let's do the workout. One more week, because I want to see what we get in here. We get extra power. We're doing all of them, so we get extra power for the master. It's still not changed. Ah, I see. This is his base stats. So where's my stats? Also not changed here. It's still at 80. Why? Well, it's an entirely new thing that you can see these stats at all during the play. So clearly they aren't updating yet. Though I think we don't start at 660 life. So this has changed. And it definitely just changed. But the power stays the same. I give up. It's fine. It's good point for Kitchen to mention that this game is still in early access, so everything you see is subject to change, giving the credit where credit is due. It's an amazing game. It's super fun to play, even with the small bumps in the road. And so that is where we will end stream. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. See you soon. I think I can probably stream at least one more time this week, and so we'll see when that happens. No promises made means no promises broken. See you around, guys, and 3, 2,